Hello, I'm Mark. I'm 55, I feel flabby and unfit, so I've decided to embark on a calisthenic bodyweight transformation. In this video, I'm going to share with you my 6-stage bodyweight workout, which I've put together based on quite a lot of research. And in that research, I did put together 10 simple rules for beginners, and you can find that video on my channel. By the way, these are support bands, and you'll see why I need these in this video. My routine is going to consist of dips, squats, pull-ups, single leg raises and shoulder lifts. I'll also be doing some incline press ups, and you will see by the very fact that I'm using these support bands that I'm actually not very strong at the moment, but all that will change. And if you want to see how this transformation progresses, please do subscribe to my channel and hit the notifications bell, and hopefully by the time I'm 55 and a half, you will see some changes in my body due to this exercise routine. Now, I want to concentrate on the technique and form as I perform this workout routine, because technique and form is an important part of it. So I will go quiet and I will reappear in the bottom corner of your screen as a little person doing a voiceover and narrating what you're seeing. So let's get started. And the first thing to point out is that I always do a warm-up before I get started. And I'm using my Concept 2 rowing machine here. And you can see here that I'm organising the support bands. I need the purple and the black for my dips. And in my homemade dipping bar, it's really simple. You just push the dipping bars forwards and loop the support bands over them. And then position myself with my knees in the support bands, find my equilibrium, and then start doing my dips. And I'm doing the full range of dip here, and I'm doing it as slowly as I possibly can. And remember, the concentric motion is as important as the eccentric. And what I mean by that is the stretching of the muscle and the contracting of the muscle will both do you good in terms of breaking down the muscle and forming new muscles on a rest day. I'm doing 3 sets of 12 repetitions to failure, and what failure means is you just can't do any more. You'll notice that I'm putting my fleece on in between repetitions, and I'm taking it off whilst I'm doing the exercise, and that's not through vanity or ego. It's because I want a visual record of how I look right now, because this is actually week 1 of my workout routine. This is actually only the 2nd workout routine that I've tried. Next, I'm moving on to my squats. That's a leg exercise, so I'm trying to alternate upper body with lower body. Feet shoulder distance apart, feet flat on the floor, and then I'm going down slowly and back up again. I'm going as low as I possibly can and avoiding coming up onto my toes, keeping my feet flat on the floor. And I'm going to do 3 sets of 12 repetitions. I find it easier to balance by stretching my arms out in front of me and focusing on a point in the distance, inhaling and exhaling with every repetition. And you'll note with these exercises, I don't stop between repetitions because it's all about time under tension. You do stop for a rest in between sets, but ideally when you're doing your repetitions, it's a continuous motion up and down without stopping for a rest. So now I'm organising the support bands again for the dips, and as you can see, they slip over the lifting bar, which I've homemade. It's actually a piece of banister rail. Putting my feet on my foot into the support bands, and I need all 3 support bands in order to complete 3 full sets at failure. And I'm hoping over time, as I get stronger, I will be able to reduce the number of support bands progressively. And as you can see, once again, slowly up and slowly down, a complete range of motion, focusing the effort on the muscle groups that I want to exercise. And the dips will do my shoulders, back and my biceps and triceps but the shoulders are not really included too much in this exercise, which is why I'm going to do some shoulder lifts at the end of my routine. Now that's 12 complete repetitions, and by number 12 I'm finding it quite difficult. You can probably see I'm gritting my teeth. However, that's a good thing, because what I want to do is go to the point where I just can't do anymore, and that is failure. The second set, I think I only achieved 9 or 8, and the third set I only really achieved 7 complete dips up until failure. And here are those single leg raises, and I'm using the ball of my foot on the edge of a box. I'm using the support bands to give me some steadiness, but I'm not using them to support any of my weight. And that's tricky really, because there's a temptation to pull down on them like a bell ringer. I want to do these as slowly as possible, and I want to focus the effort in on the glutes and the legs and the feet. Hopefully, if I can do these effectively, it will work the glutes and pretty much all the leg muscles. So there's 2 sets of 12, and then on the final set, because I wasn't reaching failure, I decided to take it a little bit further, and I think I did 20 of each on the final set. I put my top on there just to keep my upper body warm, because I'm about to do some more upper body exercises. Now it's time for some inclined press ups. And as you can see, I'm about 45 degrees there, and that's all I can manage at this moment in time if I want to do 3 full sets. I've got my arms kind of tucked in at an angle of about 30 to 40 degrees from my body, because that's an effective way of focusing the effort into the biceps and triceps. If you have them at 90 degrees to your body, the effort tends to go out to the shoulders. So I'm going to do 12 repetitions here in a very slow, controlled fashion, and even at the end of the first set of 12, I'm starting to feel that in my arm and my pecs. Put my top back on and have a break, and then I shall go ahead and do 2 more full sets of inclined press ups. My hope very soon is to take those press ups down onto that bedding box that you can see near my feet, and that will make the effort harder and higher. Now we're going to do some shoulder raises, and I've just pointed out there with my hands that the palms are pointing forwards, and just by doing that it changes the effort into the shoulder and back and away from the biceps, and the arms are a bit further apart for this than they are for dips. Just align myself to steady. Any rocking motion when you're doing these dips or shoulder raises on these support bands is wasted effort. It's effort that's not being concentrated into the muscle groups that you want it to be. Anyway, here I am doing my shoulder raises, and I am finding these very difficult. And even with 3 full support bands, I know at this stage, even in the middle of the first set of repetitions, I'm probably not going to complete 3 full sets up until failure. And I'm not too worried about that, because I actually do want to get to failure, because failure is where the muscles rip, and that's called hypertrophy, and that's where the muscles build back bigger and stronger. So here you see me doing my shoulder raises. It actually does do a lot of good for your core, that as well, because you can feel it. You can certainly feel it all the way through your body, but mainly in your shoulders and arms. So now the third and final set of shoulder raises. And there I just indicated that I didn't manage 3 full sets of 12. That's fine with me. I'm a beginner, and I will build on that. And now I'll come back on the screen to say goodbye. So there you go. my 6-stage calisthenics bodyweight workout routine for a flabby 55-year-old beginner. You will have noticed that I didn't complete all the exercises fully, and also I needed some of these support bands. I went through dips, squats, press ups, pull-ups, single leg squats and shoulder raises, and at the end of that I feel pretty worn out. This is my second only workout in my body transformation. Join me for more. I'll be doing this exact same routine for a month and I'll keep you updated. I'm hoping by the end of 1 month I can dispense with some of these bands and I can go from inclined press ups to slightly less inclined press ups and eventually horizontal press ups. But having not done any work for 55 years, because I'm 55 years old, I have to start somewhere. By the way, here at the back of me are all the measurements which I've deemed essential for me to take. These are all the things that I want to change: chest, middle, belly, hips, shoulders, biceps, glutes, thighs, and these are my body fat percentages. Those are my motivations, and that's my current body age according to some body composition scales which I've just bought. I want to change all these things and get better and effectively younger. Join me on the journey. Start your own journey as well if you like, and join me. Comment below if you're a beginner. Give me some tips, some expert guidance if you're an experienced expert. And I will see you very soon from my next bodyweight calisthenics video. Bye for now.